Oh, hey there. I'm just eating up all this good news for the iPhone 14.
Hey, you seem like somebody who might want an all-you-can-eat buffet of Apple news. So if you are, drop a like down below and hit that subscribe button and tap that bell for notifications so that you never miss a beat on Apple news. Yo, what's up guys? Sam here. Welcome back to another video. Hope all of you are doing well. Listen, I don't normally plug my podcast, but if you guys have noticed, there's an Easter egg. The little album art is right there. But this week was really good. We talked with Jonathan Morrison for like 2.5 hours. So many good conversations. We confronted him on stuff. Honestly, my favorite episode of the pod ever. So I will leave the new episode link down below. Man, I love that dude. Know what else I love? I love iPhone 14 rumors. But first, what about new iMac rumors? You know, Apple just discontinued the 27-inch version. So is there like a replacement for that coming? I mean, there's just a huge gap in Apple's desktop line right now. The answer is a bit complicated, and it's yes, but also no. That makes sense to you guys. You know when you say, I want some spaghetti, and they go, yeah, we have spaghetti, but we don't have spaghetti. And you're like, all right, if I don't get some spaghetti, I'm gonna lose it. And then suddenly they find some spaghetti. Well, that's exactly what's happening with the iMac. I mean, you guys get that, right? You're pretty smart. What that actually means is that Apple is not technically going to make a replacement for the 27-inch iMac they discontinued. They plan to make 2 iMacs going forward, one of which is going to be a 27-inch size new iMac Pro. This is the one that we've been hearing about for a while that will likely have a 120 Hz ProMotion display, an all-new design available in something like space gray or black, and of course some powerful Apple silicon on the inside like the M2 Max or something. But the thing is, that's not coming for a while. Mark Gurman confirmed along with this new report, one of the top Apple sources, that you're gonna be waiting some time for the iMac Pro. Before then, it sounds like we'll be getting a new 24-inch iMac, you know, the little colorful one, the happy fun time, happy fun time, color fun time iMac. You know that was the official song? Well, you heard it here first. And believe it or not, that was only part of the mixtape that I'm gonna be dropping, guys. I know, anticipations are sky high. The moral of the story for the iMac is that there are new ones coming, but the new 24-inch with an M3 inside, actually, that sounds like it'll be coming sometime in late 2023, and then the iMac Pro is coming some point very far away. Like, I wouldn't say until 2023 at the earliest. So you're basically stuck with the 24-inch iMac with M1 for the foreseeable future. It's weird to say that Apple's gonna drop the iPhone 14 before the new iMac stuff, but that's what we're hearing right now. And boy, do we have some good stuff. Like, it's always just so refreshing after we go over the deep, hard stuff, you know, the challenging truths. I just want something that's like, oh, I'm not gonna feel that bad about this purchase. First up here, you guys are beautiful. I can see you right now. You haven't noticed me living in your walls, but I've been there, all right? You've been doing some weird stuff, but we'll let it pass just because you're watching an iUpdate video right now. Well, guess what? You're gonna be able to take selfies and share that content with the world even better on the iPhone 14. Not only is Apple adding autofocus on the front, yeah, that apparently it doesn't have autofocus, and you'll notice that if you try to take a selfie, it's like, oh, the background doesn't change. It doesn't have autofocus, which is crazy. On top of that though, there's also said to be an f1.9 aperture, which is improved over f2.2. This means more light is going to come in, and it's also going to create a better bokeh or blur effect behind you. So overall, I mean, this is the biggest front-facing camera upgrade in iPhone history. I mean, my question is just if it's gonna make things look appropriately sized for once, okay? Because it's not small, it's the phone, okay? When you see on the iPhone 14, everything's gonna be appropriately sized. So don't you worry, Becky, don't you worry. You will be well pleased after the iPhone 14. Moving on, there actually is another weird quirk that Apple is addressing. This is actually a real one. I'm gonna do something that's gonna ruin your day. And I'm sorry to ruin your day, but I have to. I'm sorry, but I have to. Have you ever turned your iPhone around so the camera's facing you and you look in the top left corner? And have you ever looked really close to that corner and said, hey, I don't know if something's right there. In fact, this looks a little not the same curve. Like the curve on the corner is a little different than the curve on the camera. You know, it's funny, Sam, I've never noticed it until now, but now I can't unnotice it. And I think it's time to go to more therapy. Is this not the weirdest thing ever? I don't even know how the design and engineering team, I guess they must have had one radius and then a different one. It's weird, but the good news is that it's getting fixed on the iPhone 14. That's right, our boy Ian Zobo did some really close looking at the CAD files, the leaked schematics for the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Pro, and noticed that while there is still the issue persisting of not the same curvature on the standard 14, the Pros are getting it addressed, which will by far be the pettiest reason that somebody upgrades to the iPhone 14 Pro. I know you guys are saying,
that wouldn't be me. I wouldn't upgrade to the Pro over the non-Pro just because of the corners.
well, you're also the same guy that owns AirPods, Mac, iPad, charging station, iPod, and more, Matt. Wow, you really? Yo, you're not gonna upgrade because of the corners? Okay, buddy. To be fair though, it does look better, and it definitely gives the Pros just the ever slightest advantage, and I shouldn't care about this, but I'm, you know what, I'm projecting. I'm petty too. This is amazing. I'm gonna get the Pros for this reason. Last up for the iPhone 14 today, this is just really rustling my jimmies. You hear that? That is my jimmies being rustled. If you guys have been following for a while, you know that I have been talking about this iPhone 14 satellite feature. For context, the satellite feature is insanely cool. It is going to allow you in an area with no cell reception or Wi-Fi to either contact emergency services if you are in danger or hurt, or even send a text message to certain contacts without any cell service. Like, just to put this in context, you'll be able to be in the middle of absolutely nowhere and point your phone at the sky and text your mom. And yeah, I am gonna text my mom because I freaking love my mom and she's the best. And I remember I've actually actively, I'm not even remembering, I'm presently seeing the comments saying,
Apple will never do this. There's no way they're gonna launch a satellite network.
well, guess what, pal? They already have. It just hasn't been activated yet, and the 14 with the feature isn't out. This comes courtesy of a new report from, again, our fave, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, who says that a mysterious partner has entered into a deal with Globalstar. If Globalstar sounds familiar, they are a satellite provider. They send satellites up in the sky, and as a company, you can buy them. And they announced recently that a multi-year sustained deal was happening with a company. Well, which company? They didn't say. They didn't say. That's interesting that they announced this deal. This happens a lot with big Apple deals. Apple's like,
don't you say a word. Don't you say one thing about this.
and the partner's like,
Oh, well, we did this big deal. We're not going to tell you who. See, Apple, we didn't break NDA. We just said we're doing big deal. It's a big deal. We didn't say who. We didn't say it was you.
why do companies like Globalstar do this? Because it makes them look really good to say they have a massive $100+ million deal. Announcing it earlier is a lot better than them just waiting for Apple to do it. Plus, they get to control their own narrative. It's a PR thing. But Apple, of course, doesn't want people to know that, which is why the satellite partner obviously didn't mention them specifically. But Gurman notes here that the feature has been in active development. 9to5Mac pointed to it dropping on the iPhone 14, and it really seems like it's gonna happen. Dude, this is so cool. This is so cool, and I'm pulling it out, okay? I am pulling it out. This is yep, it's happening. It's hot take helmet time, baby. Look at that. We're looking sharp out here. Everybody's gonna love this. It's gonna launch on the 14. It's gonna be amazing, and we are hearing that it's progressing. Like, this is not a report. It's like, it's having issues. It's like the satellites are in the sky now, which is why I put my protective helmet on as well. But this is so cool. I feel like I'm just screaming into a void, and I'm the only person that's just hyped out the gourd for this, but I genuinely think this is gonna change the smartphone market. I mean, to be able to contact anybody anywhere on Earth, that is what? Come on, that's insane. That's it. I don't really actually have an insane take other than it's just gonna be awesome. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Great news for the 14s. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you freaking cool cats in the next video. And check out that podcast. Okay, check out that podcast. It's a good podcast. Okay, bye.